Hi, my name is Jennifer Garling, and I'm doing a career profile about the adoption counselor. When I was researching, I came over an adoption agency that is located in Idaho. It's called A New Beginning Adoption Agency. Their website is adoptanewbeginning.org. And when I was looking at their website, I found it to be very informative and well organized, and they really had the best interest in the kids. You could really tell they just loved what they did. Um, it really made me think about adopting someday because they had profiles of the families that would want to adopt, and then if you wanted to look at the adoption, the people who want to have their babies adopt, then you could give them a call. They had their address, they had numbers, and they also have different offices, excuse me, all over Idaho. I don't know anyone in this career, but I would like to get to know people. I do know people who adopted, I just don't know anyone specifically that works with an adoption agency. Their working environment is kind of hard to deal with in these situations. The mother's not always going to be willing to give the baby up right away, and that's a hard decision to give your child up. You really have to be sensitive to each of the side's needs. So you have to be sensitive to the parents' needs that are going to adopt the kid, and then the parent that is having the child also. I found that this organization is a pretty average size, and they have a couple locations, and they place children in great homes. I was going over the profiles of some of the parents that wanted to adopt, and they looked like great families. It's more than just adopting a child. You're changing your life for all those who are involved. A typical stressor for this job, I think that it'd be really emotional to deal with, having to deal with the mother that's having the child and maybe a father that's of the child that's not so willing to give the baby up for adoption. You have to just stay calm and very positive in every way. Looking at your colleagues for advice will also help, because if you're new in the program, it probably won't be something you've come over before, so you're going to have to ask for advice. Typical benefits, I wasn't able to find any benefits that on their website, and I called, but I think I called after hours, and they didn't answer. But I would imagine they wouldn't have benefits just because that's kind of a lot for an organization that they just start on their own. And I don't think it's to that scale yet. Maybe if you were working with the government, even then I'm not sure. Common tasks. There are many tasks related to this profession. You're to help mothers that would like to put their babies up for adoption, help them find suitable parents that feel comfortable giving their baby to once he or she is born. You could also be a therapist to that mother after the child's born in their new home, just so they could get used to it and cope with what decision they made, that it's the right choice. Prepare families to meet potential mothers that they want their child to grow up in their home, helping the parents through the transition of having a newborn baby is another big task that if they're first time adopted parents could be harder. As you can see, being an adoption counselor is not just taking a baby and placing it in a new home. It has way more to do with the heart and how someone copes with the process of adoption. Educational requirements. I was reading some of the profiles of the adoption counselors that worked there, and a lot of them just had bachelor's. There was one that had a master's, but it's not required. I would imagine you'd get a degree in social work or a family degree like marriage and family. The starting salary was $15,394, and then the experienced salary that I found was $40,705. That's a big difference in pay grade, but I think for the cause that you're helping, it's really good. Something miscellaneous about the career is there is a big need for adoption counselors. Many people wouldn't consider being an adoption counselor just because their pay isn't that great. But I'm not looking for something that's going to provide me the satisfaction of having a ton of money. I don't think that's what we're looking for, what I'm looking for. And after I did my research, my husband and I were looking, and we thought about maybe adopting a child someday. So that's my video, and that's my career that I'd probably want to go into. Have a nice day, guys.